Hello, my name is Jennifer Dixon with Thrive Yoga and Wellness. Today I'm going to do a super quick video on some posterior chain work. That's kind of the back body muscles. Exercises that you can do like from the comfort of your home, anytime, any place. And these are kind of on the more mild side of the exercises. So you can do them when you're not feeling super awesome, when you're not feeling very strong. I'm on day 4 of a no sugar thing, so I'm not feeling very strong at all. So I'm going to take it very, very easy, but I want to show you some exercises that I have been incorporating into my own practice. So even though I'm not feeling as strong as I normally can, I can still target areas that are so important for everyday life and your yoga practice. So we're talking hamstrings, glutes, all of those major muscles in the back, even in the shoulders. And I'll show you a way that you can get the neck involved as well as keep the neck out of it. So let's get started. We're going to come over onto our bellies, and you're going to, if you want, you can go down with strength from your knees, nice and slow. The slower you go, the better. So here we are, our fingertips in line with our chest, elbows squeezing in, and the tops of our feet are planting into the mat. Now, if you stay right here, if you start right here and you start to feel pain right here in the low back, then definitely come out and then lengthen through your tailbone. So you're trying to put your pubic bone onto the mat. If you tend to have low back pain, or if you have a big curve in the low back, I have a bit of a sway, it's almost like an exaggerated scoop to get that pelvis down. And you can see the difference in length. So here I am, not engaging, not with the tailbone lengthening down, and here I am with the tailbone lengthening down. You can see the difference. There's no more pressure there in the low back. So we're going to go back to our fingertips, pressing them gently into the mat, squeezing the elbows together. Fingertips are further back than you think. Normally, like with gyms or other push-ups and workouts, our fingertips are up high. In yoga, we want to keep them down low. Squeeze those elbows, and then think about gently lifting the chest. There can be weight into your fingertips right here and on your hands. You're going to feel muscle activation all the way from the top of your thoracic, that's the back body, all the way down through the low and mid back. And now if you want to get the glutes and the hammies involved, you lift your legs. Try to channel your inner little mermaid here and squeeze the feet together. When your feet go out wide, that can sometimes be crunchy in the sacrum region. So as you squeeze those legs together, squeeze those elbows together, lifting everything up, you're going to feel the entire posterior chain working here. Try not to look up. That's going to be creaking in the neck. So you can either try to tuck the chin even here, or you can look forward ever so slightly. We've been holding this for about 10 breaths. Let's do 3 more. The back body should be talking to you. Let's do 1 more. Nice. Come on out of this. You can bring your hands in front, rest your forehead onto the mat, and then windshield wiper those legs. This is an exercise in yoga. It's called Locust or Shalabhasana. Now we can take it up 1 notch, and we can either bring your fingertips back, palms up or down, it doesn't matter. That's going to take it up just a little bit because we're going to lift the hands, or we can bring our hands out to the side or all the way out in the front. So for me, I'm going to leave my hands back. I'm going to go ahead and leave my palms up and hope that I can receive some energy. Zipper those feet together, lengthening through the tailbone, lift the legs, lift the chest, lift the hands. You're going to feel your triceps engage here as well as the shoulders. Try to squeeze the shoulders together, which is going to open up the chest a little more. See if you can lengthen through the toes as well as lift. I'm going to go ahead and keep tucking the chin. Let's do 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Nice. Let's come on down. You can plant the forehead onto your hands and windshield wiper those legs. So that was a much shorter hold, maybe like 5 breaths, but you felt the engagement along the entire posterior chain, and you should have gotten your triceps. That's the back of these arms involved as well. So now we're going to take it into the 3rd step, and we're going to do 4 of these with isometric holds, and then we'll make them dynamic. We're going to bring our hands out wide to a T. So if you were feeling pretty good and that was enough, that was hard enough with your hands back, go right back to where we were, hands back by your body and lift. If you want to juice it up just a little bit, we're going to bring our hands out wide to a T. Zipper those feet together again. And remember, if you start to feel this in your low back at any point, lengthen through the tailbone, really pressing that pubic bone into the mat. It's gonna, like, you've got to think about that engagement to hold the belly in, lengthening through the tailbone, and that will really help to take the pressure off the low back. So lift the arms up, try to squeeze the elbows together, feel the chest working here, and then lift the legs. Again, you can look forward ever so slightly, but I wouldn't look up. That can be creaky in the neck. I'm going to keep tucking my chin because it feels the best for me. And breathe. Hold this up for 3 more. See if you can lift something up for 2. Get something a little higher, last one. Now bring it all down. Go ahead and plant your forehead onto the tops of those hands if that feels good. And windshield wiper your legs. All right, this is the final progression in this set. It's also the hardest progression. Sometimes you can hear this called Superman's. So what we're going to do is bring your hands all the way out in front. Now, if at any point in time you felt the pressure in your low back, remember to come out and re-engage. And then even with that re-engagement, if your back is taking it, don't go on to the next progression. Stay right where your edge is and work that until the back body muscles get strong enough for it. So I'm going to show you the first way for about a 5-count breath, and then I'll show you how to do this same thing, just isolating the shoulders and not getting the neck involved. So bring those feet together, zipper them up, lengthening through that tailbone. Inhale, lift everything up. So the higher you lift, the more intense this is. That's 2 breaths. Let's go 3 more. See if you can lift something a little higher. Last breath. Nice. Come on down. Windshield wiper those legs. If you're going to journey with me one more time, we're going to leave our heads onto the mat. So you want to go ahead and plant those foreheads onto the mat. I'm going to make sure my mic is out of the way. Now, you can do these same exercises, leaving your head on the mat no matter where your hands are here. Hands in line with your chest, hands down, out wide, and up. You can do all of them leaving your head on the mat, and that keeps your neck safe. So if you tend to have crunchies in your neck, this is a really great alternative. It helps to build strength along the posterior chain, but it disengages those neck muscles. So if you'd like to join me, press those foreheads into the mat. Remember to breathe, zipper those legs together, and on the inhale, you're going to lift the legs and lift the arms. If your forehead's down, you should notice that this feels different right away. Your neck isn't having to work at all. You might also feel like it might not be as hard, but that's okay. We're still working posterior chain all along the backs of the legs, the low back, into the glutes, into the mid back, and even the shoulders. Let's do 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Go ahead and set everything down. Windshield wiper those legs. I really love that version of this locust pose because it just kind of takes the edge off just enough to where you can get this pose that feels like it's really hard and almost impossible at times, makes it a little more accessible. And especially if you have neck pain, it's a great alternative. Okay, so now we're going to do one more exercise here, and it's going to be a little bit more dynamic. So we're going to be working on not just isolating either up here, we're going to be the shoulders back here. It's in between the shoulder blades like rhomboids, and this is triceps, right? So we're going to try to make a dynamic movement where we reach from the forward, squeeze it back, and then push it back. So it's almost like we're trying to swim, even though we're not in the water. You're going to feel your back muscles working. But again, if this hurts in the low back, you can come out of this, press that tailbone down, pubic bone into the mat, and then bring those legs up again. Or you can just leave the legs down. That takes it out a little bit. So options, legs on the mat. Options, legs off the mat. Options are any of these that we've done already today. Or we can work this dynamic, almost swimming-like motion. The way that this is going to work the best is if you can lift your chest up really high, which takes a fair amount of posterior chain strength. So if you're feeling low energy, this might be a lot more difficult today than it normally is. We're going to see. So let's maybe just shoot for 8. So when you're ready, inhale, lift in those legs, lift in those chests, bring those hands out long. All right, inhale, bring them back, squeeze the elbows, push the hands away. That's 1. Come all the way forward and then bring them back. All the way forward. This is 3. Squeeze the elbows and back. That's 4. Forward, elbows together, triceps. That's 5. Forward, elbows together, triceps. That's 6, I think. Forward, elbows together, triceps. That's 7. Last one. Forward, elbows together, back. That's 8. Go ahead. Windshield wiper those legs. And then rest your head if it feels good. I'm going to go ahead and push back up into a seated position. I hope you liked these back body posterior chain exercises. In yoga, those are all based off of the pose, Locust Pose or Shalabhasana. Super great poses because they're going to help to open up across the chest, build strength along the back, especially all of those muscles that are responsible for stabilizing the spine. Those are the multifidus muscles. And when those are really strong, they help to protect the discs in the back. I hope you had fun and maybe you tried something new. I can't wait to see you again next time. Take care.